Hi everyone and welcome back. This is lesson 7, the final lesson in our Compliance Assist training. So today I want to talk a little bit about program review. So if you're here on the landing site, once you log into Compliance Assist, if you're a program coordinator, you're going to see planning and program review. You may see accreditation, but for the most part, most people just see program review and planning. So if you click on program review, where you're going to mostly find what you need is here. I have some drop-down choices that I can, choose what I need to. You're more than likely not going to have all of these choices. You are just going to automatically have your division and then the name of your program. And underneath it, you see all of these tabs that are available. For right now, we've only gone through 2 cycles. The first is 13 through 15, and now we're in 16 through 19. So your program review narratives have to be filled out once every 3 years. So as we keep, as time goes on, we'll keep building out these tabs, and so you will, in a 3-year period, have completed a narrative on each one of these tabs. However, I come in every summer, every year, and fill in data for you. That is a quick reference for you to see enrollment data with demographics, your retention, your persistence, your graduation, completion of your licensure, those rates. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but really what I want to focus in on is, especially for those of you who are new to the program coordinator role, you may not have completed one of these before, so I just wanted to let you know how to navigate this module and how you can refer back to it rather than running an Informa report. If that's something that you find labor intensive, this is a place where you can always find the data that you need quickly and easily. So today, our example, we're going to be looking at Richard's program. We're going to look at electronics engineering technology. And so on the first tab that you see, there are instructions about what is a program review, why do we do it, and here's what it entails. So be sure to read through those and understand those instructions. And then I'm going to go ahead and click over to the current tab, 16 through 19. So in the D2L course sort of file or content where you've clicked on this video link, I've also included a document there which has highlighted for June 2019 who owes a program review on this tab. So if you've already completed your 16 through 19 program review narratives, congratulations. You can see that Richard's got a bunch of green check marks here, so he's already done his. But if you have not, when you log in, all of these green check marks are not going to be there. It's just going to be blank. And you use those check marks as a way for you to quickly see what you've already completed. So in order to view, there are several ways you can do this. First of all, if you have never done this before, or even if you have and you just want to print out a blank template so you can start thinking about the answers that you want to fill in, you can look at this overview page, which has a list of all of the forms you have to fill out. Go over here to options on the right side and click printable file. This will allow you to generate a PDF document that you can then print out and say, okay, let me start gathering everything together so that I can then later log in and enter these narratives. And so you can also, I think, do it in Word format as well. This will give you a way to say, okay, what do I have to fill out? Let me figure it out. So then you're just, you're not sitting with this template open, typing in and sort of figuring out what you want to say. You can do it in another document and then just copy it right in. One very important item that I want to bring up before we go any further you will notice that I am using Chrome right now. In program review especially, you can use Firefox, you can use Chrome, but you cannot open this module in Internet Explorer. If you do, it will completely mess up the formatting. These Compliance Assist modules were created in Chrome. So Chrome is, the first choice, but certainly Firefox will work. So yeah, just don't use Internet Explorer and you should be okay. If on your office computer or laptop, you only have the Internet Explorer browser and you're not quite sure how to get Chrome or you need assistance, you can always call someone in IT, your IT representative for your building, and they can help you, or I can help you as well. So you can click on printable file, you get that PDF that you can then print out. But once you're ready to start entering information, a lot of people like to do this after they've met with their advisory board in November. However, some of you, the due date is upon us. So you'll just be using the information that you gathered during your last November 2018 advisory board meeting in order to complete these, because like a DACM, this process is something that you want to get stakeholder input and support on. So you're going to click into the form using these links here, and you're automatically presented with the sort of print view. If you want to edit the screen, you'll go up here to options once again and choose the edit item box or option, and then you can see you're in the edit screen. And so once you type in your data, you can of course, use these tools up here to center or to bold, italicize, etc., change the text however you like. But earlier, we were talking about the green check mark that was appearing next to all of the forms, so that way Richard knew for sure that he had filled in everything he needed to. The way that you do that is under evaluation. If you choose excellent, that puts a green check mark. If it's satisfactory, if it's something that you feel, you have done, but you want to work on later, you can click that and it will put an orange check mark next to it. But this is a quick and easy way for you to make sure that you've done it, and you can quickly see that you've done it without having to click into every form. So once I've saved the information, you have two save features here. Let me explain. The first is, let's say for instance, you're working with another faculty member. Like I know in nursing, there are several different faculty members who would collaborate to fill these in. If you want to save your work, but you don't want to release it back so that others can see it, you can simply, just hit save and leave it checked out. However, if you're completely done and you want others to be able to see it and they can then, add their notes, then you can check it back in. So that's for, 99% of the time, you're always going to check it back in. But if you are collaborating with other faculty, you can certainly leave it checked out if you don't want them to, see it yet. So then, moving through these forms, you can click through, go to the next one using these green arrows here, or you can always click back up on the tab if you want to, flip around and review what you're doing. So every year, I fill in certain data for you. These are the items that you're going to be able to see every year that are filled in. There's the budgeting items, enrollment information, including demographics, your FTE numbers. You can scroll on through to retention, and then persistence is the next form that I fill in for you every year. And finally, we get to student graduation, licensure, and placement, which are all included on this page. So depending on your program, if you have licensure exams, these pages are going to look different, and they are specific to every program. We go in and personalize them and then enter the information every year. And so depending on when your students graduate, these semesters may even be different. So other than these 5 forms that I just highlighted, every 3 years you are responsible for filling in the narrative on every other form. So by just going in and clicking edit and filling in these questions. Now some of these you're going to be able to copy over from one program review cycle to the next. For instance, the history of the program, that isn't going to change. If you have a massive change, like a name change, for instance, I know that since the last program review, general business became business administration. So in that case, there may be a sentence added if your program name changed or something like that. But for the most part, your history is going to be the same. So some of these you will be able to copy the information into a Word document and paste it in, for the next cycle. But there are a lot of these that really you're going to need to update, and it's going to need to be fresh. So I definitely would encourage you to print this out, especially if you're a new program coordinator. Print out the one on the 13 to 15 cycle and assess what it is that was said previously and how you can update these answers. So I won't go into every form at this point. I really think that's something that we need to meet face-to-face to do. But I wanted to make sure that everyone knew how to move around in these forms and edit as you need to. Once you have completed all of these narrative forms, you'll notice here at the bottom there is an administrative approval one that has not been filled in because Donna Elmore will log in and she will give you feedback and comments and then mark excellent, and at that point your program review is completed. So if you have any questions about the program review process, or if you're a program coordinator and you've logged in and you're not seeing all of the tabs, let's say for instance you only see 13 to 15, you can't see this current cycle 2016 to 2019 form, please let me know, and I can always go in and check your account to make sure that you have the correct property, or that you can see what you need to see. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I appreciate your time going over program review.